Jonathan Edwards was as polarizing alive as he is dead. The ways that he has been studied have varied and changed over the time. He has been known for being anti-Catholic, as well as one of the greatest defenders of the Great Awakening. His views on free will being controlled by desires has been something that has greatly interested people, both religious and non-religious, and those others in the philosophical world. He has also been thought of as the greatest intellectual America has ever produced. Others want to separate Edwards from faith and history. The Edwards of history is somebody interesting for a secularist to study, and the Edwards of faith is more of an interesting person for the Christians to study. According to Bateman's work, the Edwards of history and faith, his philosophical and intellectual commitments are studied by some, while others look at his relationship to the transformation of thinking known as evangelism. And also, according to D.G. Hart, the 1950s Calvinist revival's remarkable growth is due to a rediscovery of Edwards through research. Yale Library has been big recently with some of his studies, some of his papers. He wrote a lot of notes, kept a lot of diaries, as people back then often did. So Edwards has a pretty good knowledge, a pretty good base of his own personal writings that we can determine. Edwards is also, to me, a person that was very serious, very dutiful with his belief in God and with his being devout to God, and some of that was lost over the course of history because people really wanted to kind of get away from what he was and what he thought. But he is very important to the study for the history of America, as well as England too. So in conclusion, Jonathan Edwards was somebody